Good morning and welcome to today's edition of Personal and Family Security and Safety Program on the African Townhall Online Television. It is always a pleasure for me to bring this program to you to help each and every one of us become more aware of how we can keep ourselves safe and secure today. We live in the perilous times prophesied in the scriptures of several religions, a period in the history of man when humanity will be overwhelmed by different challenges and problems, just as it is happening today. According to the National Assembly of Nigeria, a few months ago, they said Nigeria has quickly acquired a new synonym, which is insecurity. That there's a lot of security challenges in Nigeria is no longer news. It is here with us. We feel it. Everyone has felt it, suffered the consequences. Now, what is a man or woman to do to help him or her to stay safe in these times? Because apart from the challenges that comes with physical security issues that touch our bodies and cause death and so on, there are other forms of security challenges that we face, such as the one that comes from cyber criminals. In Nigeria, advanced fee fraudsters that used to do some traditional form of advanced fee fraud businesses in the past have moved to the cyber fair. We know that more and more of our lives these days are moving to the cyber fair with so many advancement in technology, with most of us now cuddling our iPhones, Android phones, tablets, um, iPads, and laptops, even desktop. Everything now is going electronics. It is the digital age. So even the advanced field fraudsters have gone digital, and they have made a lot of inroads into people's lives, destroying their lives as it were, creating havoc, wreaking havoc on their finances, clearing a whole bank account. I cannot forget the evening my younger brother frantically called and said, "Hey, my bank account had been attacked. As I speak to you, they are simply withdrawing my money, every kobo in my account. And they are just doing that steadily. And all his effort, including calling the bank to help, proved abortive." In situations like this, what is a man or woman to do to keep him safe, his information, and assets like money in the bank safe? And apart from the money we might lose, the other things we lose to cyber criminals is information, things about our profile, and even some of the things that many people have, they will not want anyone to see, which is stored in their systems. These hackers can get in and take this information away and cause problems with them. Even when you do not have any particular problems that will cause embarrass you, they can create one by themselves. They are known to create and thwart and tweak the profile you have, the information you have, and they add the evil ones among them. So, what is a man to do? It is because of this reason that today, on the African Town Hall online television in the program, Personal and Family Security and Safety Program, we have brought you cyber security tips that you can use to stay safe in these times. With the COVID-19, this pandemic has made sure that physical meetings in locations are reduced and online meetings by digital means are increased. This means that a lot of us who have so much going on in the internet, how can you stay safe? So join us as we discuss, find cyber security tips that can keep you safe, keep your money safe from being in the hands of these evil people, and keep your profile and your personality safe from being blackmailed with information you may not even have generated, but because they can tweak what you have to create some pseudos against you, then that might put you in trouble. So join us as we discuss cybersecurity tips today on the African Town Hall online television. Some of the ways you can join us is to leave a comment, ask a question, like and love the program. If this is your first time on our Facebook page, the African Town Hall, and YouTube channel, the African Town Hall, also by that same name, we invite you to subscribe, to follow us on Facebook page, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and to like and love and share and comment so that we will have the capacity to continue to provide you with this information. And when you subscribe, the next time we go online, you will be able to receive notification because you are following us on Facebook, because you subscribe to our YouTube channel, you'll be able to follow what we are doing. Okay, so let's while expecting your comments, questions, and orders, let's delve into today's issues. My name is Francis Meribe, and I'm presenting these cybersecurity tips to you today. I'm a fellow of the Nigerian Institute for Industrial Security, and I'm a certified security specialist instructor licensed by the Nigerian Institute for Industrial Security. I'm also a fellow of the Institute of Management Consultants and a certified management consultant licensed by the International Council for Consulting Institutes. So I run the Town Hall Communication Company and produce the African Town Hall online television through which we are getting this today. Okay, here's how to get a hold of us. Should you be interested in some of the things that we do, most of which we provide for free, should you want to help in expanding this going viral so that many more people can share the free content we are producing, all the things we are doing, the services we are providing in both the Town Hall Communication Company, the Industrial Security Training Center Limited, and the African Town Hall Online Television. If you would like to get in touch with us, I'm the focal person, and you can reach me by email, meribefo@outlook.com or info@theafricantownhall.com. Our websites are www.theafricantownhall.com and www.theafricantownhall.com/ebook club. The cell phone and WhatsApp number is plus 234-818-339-8461. So if you have any need to reach out to us, you can reach us through all these channels. You can also reach us through the comments that you leave on our channels, the Facebook page and YouTube channel. Okay. So as a way of introduction, I think today we are all aware of the fact that a large number of business operations, a large number of the activities that we conduct these days are now done online. They are done remotely, online. Banking services, banking activities online through your phone, the ordinary Android phone you are holding in your hand, your laptop. You can carry out all forms of banking transactions regardless of the scale. Now, as we gradually move to the digital age, to the full flat portion of the digital age, we are also going artificial intelligence now, which will mean a lot more of what we are going to do will be digitalized. So also are cyber criminals. They are hard at work devising new ways to infiltrate your network, to take advantage of unsuspecting targets with intent to do harm and to steal from you. So just like science is advancing, just like this advancement in science is helping each and every one of us to take most of our activities and work and businesses and even finances online, so also are the criminals doing the same thing, working really hard to match up with all that we are doing. So today in the cybersecurity tips, we will be sharing a number of the different ways they attempt to gain access to your information, which could potentially disrupt your business and steal your money, and steps you can take to stop them. That's what we do. Recently, there's a video going up online of a young man who is based in Ibadan. This young man is a hacker and a fraudster. He was caught by the police this time, and then he was sharing the story of how they do what they do, how they're able to get into people's accounts. So, and he said all he needs to find the full financial details of anybody is to get the phone number with which the person receives alert from the bank. So once he gets that phone number, he has the capacity to hack through your account. And I think his own capacity, the way he described it, he does not even need you to confirm anything. He doesn't need to send you any link to click on. He said on his own, he will go through iCloud, he will encode, and do all that using his skill, and he will be able to get into your account and do all that he needs to do. And this is a young man. He said he's 26 years of age. He didn't even finish secondary school, but he's already a computer whiz kid. And there's so much beauty and good you can do with computer skills, internet skills. But this young man, whatever it is that drove him, had now reduced to use this powerful skill he's got to do evil. So, and we have hundreds of thousands of these kind of people trying to get into your information and get into your financial details. So, and they are doing this for various kinds of reasons. Even governments are hacking through people's accounts and doing all they can. So, what one needs to do is to find ways to become more protected. And that is the purpose of this presentation today. So the tips we're going to give you will help you deal with those kind of situations like the one that this man said. All he needs to just get the phone number you use in receiving an alert on your account, and he will be able to get to that account and offload the money you have there, unless you noticed in time and is able to block them. The man that shared the video of this young man warned everybody, if you lose your phone, or anybody, let's say kidnappers, which people, thieves, they take away your phone, quickly get in touch with your bank and block the account. Otherwise, in a few minutes time, they will wipe away all your money. So this is one of the things you can do to save your situation. So there's a major strategy that these people use to get you to compromise your own security. Even when you have security in your systems, they have gotten strategies they can use to make you to compromise on those strategies in your system. And it is called social engineering. Now we're going to talk about social engineering as regards to cybersecurity. Social engineering have other elements like in sociology. There's one in sociology. There's one that ordinary common use to convince people to part with their money or resources. But everything about social engineering is calculated to make you part with something you wouldn't have otherwise parted with if your eyes and everywhere is clear. And when they start social engineering, they have some skills they use, which we will share today to help you see what you can do to run away from those challenges. Now, by way of definition, the Wikipedia, we know Wikipedia, it defines social engineering as, in the context of cybersecurity or information security, it defined it as the psychological manipulation of people into performing actions or divulging confidential information. So, psychological manipulation of people so that they can do things or divulge information that they are not supposed to divulge. When information is confidential, it means it's restricted to a certain people and for certain purposes. But when these people start social engineering on you, they make it possible for you to forget your boundaries, your defenses. They weaken your defenses, and you'll be able to lose this vital information to these attackers. Now, Wikipedia says it differs from social engineering within the context of the social sciences, which does not concern itself with divulging confidential information, but concerns itself with making you lose property that you have. Okay. It also defines social engineering as any act, and this is the one I like of it though, any act that influences a person to take an action that may or may not be in their best interest. So, any means that somebody using convincing you to take an action that may not be in your best interest is social engineering, and that is not good for you. Okay. So, now let's discuss about some of the signs that when you see them coming around you, then you know that somebody is doing social engineering on you. Somebody is trying to make you divulge information if he's doing it for purposes of cyber crime. If they want to commit a cyber crime around you and they start using these means, then they are doing it for the purpose of social engineering in the context of cyber security. So here are signs of social engineering attacks. Number one, and this is a principal one of them. This is so important, and I have been a victim of this one, so I will share my own experience in due course with you. Now, urgency. Urgency is the first sign. If anybody brings you a proposal, whether face to face, by email, by phone call, by text message, that communicates an overt sense of urgency, when you see that, then that is a sign that you are about to be engineered to do what will be detrimental to your personality, to your purposes, and for your well being. Bad guys are trying to make you feel rushed. That's one of their systems. They want to make you feel rushed and have you make a mistake. That's their intention. As I mentioned earlier, I was a victim of this tyranny of urgency in 2020. I think it was about October or November or thereabouts. Before then, I had been a member of this group where we are trying to do a lot of things for the advancement of the Nigerian uh, society. And this group has a lot of prominent people inside it, people who have made serious contributions and worked and made names for themselves. So we're all in this group. But then, due to some of issues and businesses that I have on my hand for some time, I have not paid attention to what is going on in the group. In fact, I did not even read some of the chats in that WhatsApp group. I didn't read them. So this rogue, probably he hacked that WhatsApp group and then discovered that I've not been following and thinks that if he makes me feel guilty of not following what is going on there and can push as hard as possible, that he will succeed. And he was right. He was right. So I got a call from him one day and that one evening, and he just said, sir, please, have you seen the link that I sent to you? Have you seen the link that I sent to you? The group. Yes, they are that group. Yes, they are holding a Zoom meeting now. And everybody is there and they say I should get in touch with you and ask you to join. I've just sent you a link you use in joining. Initially, my my gut instincts kind of wanted to wrap around the message, the urgency, and the circumstance. But I think I lost it after feeling that, oh, you see, I've not been active in this group. And we had previously talked about holding Zoom meetings. You know, we were chatting. Stages of the thing started with chatting, sharing messages, sharing ideas and plans and activities and strategies. And then we had said in some weeks back that we're going to hold a Zoom meeting where we will meet virtually, but at least see each other and then talk and then advance the program. And then this guy is telling me, you have not been opening the messages. You have not been following the activities. And everybody is in the meeting and they are waiting for you. And I figured that many of the people in that group are better than me. How could they wait for me? That's maybe that question I should have asked it twice. I asked it only once. But then feeling guilty that I've been out of paying attention in this critical issue, I went and click on the link that this rogue sent to me. On that very day, I was before my computer and my WhatsApp was on my computer and was open in the computer. My first sign of knowing that I've been robbed of my security is that my my laptop started acting up on its own, and with speed, things were coming, changing, and because he has effectively taken over my WhatsApp profile, he now used it, changed the number immediately, made a lot of changes, and then knocked me off the WhatsApp totally. I was no longer on WhatsApp. He's now the one there with the new number. And since that new number doesn't belong to me, it means I'm no longer on WhatsApp. When I saw that on my laptop, I said, oh, I made a mistake. I've been robbed. And this is part of the reason why I'm bringing this presentation today, because they say elders do not sit by and watch a goat deliver in tatters. I will not, because I suffered it, then I go and keep quiet. Other people will start suffering it. So when anybody, whether they are standing before you personally, whether they send to you an email, phone call, or text message, and they are sounding so urgent, they are overtly trying to pass a sense of urgency to you. That is bad person trying to rush you, trying to get you to feel rushed so you can make a mistake. So number one sign that you're under social engineering attack is urgency. Some years about last year, I had a program on this um, um, personal and family security and safety program, and I invited a security professional, one of our best around, Ruben Odum, who is the Abuja Chapter 273 chairman of the ASIS International. He said it is called that he took a training where they told him to be wary of tyranny of urgency. So I suffered the tyranny of urgency in about November, October 2020. So please, when somebody is rushing you like that, know that they don't mean well. They are mainly seeking their own interests, and that should be a warning. I hope you took that in so that you don't lose like me. Now, the second way they attack using social engineering skills is to encourage you to bypass security priorities that have been set in your organization. Your organization has laid out security plans, both even in the physical sense and in the IT world or the digital age, the digital security that is meant to protect your information, to protect your image. So if you receive any message, whether email, phone call, or text, that pressures you into bypassing or ignoring security policies and procedures in your organization, in your family, stop and don't obey. Don't follow that instruction. Don't ever take this thing. It can even come by phone calls. And then when you share this with your family, your children need to know. For example, well, our rule, our own in our house is if there's a knock on the door, regardless of the voice, if the person is calling and introducing himself or herself, we want our children to still look through the pinhole, be sure they recognize who is knocking before they open the door. So when somebody stands outside and begin to shout, your children need to learn this. Adults may be able to manage that, but children may feel that somebody stays outside there. Oh, this is your uncle this, uncle that, uncle that. You remember me? And they will keep talking in a fast tone that won't give you any chance to think. Oh, open the door right now so that I can give you this message from wherever. Your children need to know that anything that takes away the procedure in the house that says look through the pinhole, recognize the person before opening the house, they should not obey such. And then when it comes to the digital age, when you receive such messages wanting you to bypass cybersecurity processes and procedure and policies you have in place, know that that's an attack. You are being attacked. And then as they're attacking you with social engineering skills, they are going to do more when they have the access they are seeking. So that is number two. And number three sign you need to, when you see it, you know that social engineering attack is on you, is if something seems too good to be true. I quoted Ruben Odum earlier. Ruben said, if it is too good to be true, then it is not true. And then any message, therefore, email, phone call, text message, WhatsApp message that you receive that promotes cure all. Let's say, oh, if you take this supplement, if you take this medicine, everything will be cured. If you do this, it will prevent, you will not be sick again. If that thing sounds too good to be true, then it is not true. In business, they make you offers that you can really hardly want to fail to take. For example, somebody tells you that a product costs, this product is actually 500,000 naira. But today, if you will buy it in the next few minutes within this window, and then you buy it at 10%, we'll give you 90% discount. And I'm talking this from a real life story that I will share right now. Ruben also said, if you are browsing online and then they give you, put a countdown and say from this to this, if you don't buy this will change, please stop. Be careful, review that thing again. And I buy that idea with him. I had this young man share this story with me when I was making preparations, doing background interviews leading to a security interview on this channel. And he said that a friend of his opened, was searching for something, and he found this great website. The website, he said, is top class, international standards. And this guy is a techie savvy person, so he knows a website that is, the real deal, as people will say, real McCoy, as Americans would say. So he knew that website. Then he checked their Instagram. The company has more than 10 million Instagram followers. That was an awesome credential. Then as he clicked through, he found the product he was looking for on their website and clicked through, click, and they say, okay, if you should pay right now, you get 90% discount. But if you pay tomorrow, it will be full cost. Now, this thing that if you pay it now, it will be, you pay only 10%, you get 90% discount. The 90% discount leaves him to pay 50,000 naira to these people. So he clicked come to the end, put his card details, and zap 50,000 naira went out of his account. And now he followed the opportunity to now receive details of the delivery. He was expecting, they promised him in a letter he received immediately that tracking numbers will be sent to him, blah, 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 which he will use in following up until the thing arrives. He waited for 2 days, 3 days, no tracking number came. All of these were supposed to be automatic if they were genuine things. So 2, 3 days, no tracking number came. So he decided to go back to the website to see if he can leave a complaint or message. So when he put the search name for that website, the website was no longer in existence on the cyberspace. It was no longer there. He went to the Instagram, 10 million followers on Instagram. The company was no longer on Instagram. So he had just lost 50,000 naira on a case of something that is too good to be true. 90% discount, man. Discount, 90%. What's going on here? When I hear discounts, I hear things like 10, 15, 20, 90%. That sounds too good to be true. So when you get such offers, be careful. And we have a lot of these kind of offers online these days, wanting you to bring virtually nothing for something. And the law says you can't get not something for nothing. So there's nothing like that. So we should be careful with those kind of situations. Okay, so the tyranny of urgency and too good to be true, and efforts making that wants you to bypass the legal processes, the procedures, the security system that is set up in your place are the common ways that criminals use to attack you. I'm sure you may have seen one video that is shared on WhatsApp. They have been sharing it for a long time now. I think I received it for the opt-in time. Um, it showed. I'm sure that is the Access Bank trying to help people know they should not succumb to the tyranny of urgency, or help people to withdraw money from cyber cafes because the picture that will be seen is yours, or receive transferred and then use your own ATM card and then remove money for people. This lady, so beautiful, beautifully dressed, elegantly dressed, carrying a very huge phone, acted as if she lost it. She couldn't, her card, something happened to it. She needed to get money urgently. Someone, he, in the tyranny of urgency he put on this woman, the woman responded and said, okay, go ahead, use your phone, transfer the money to me. She transferred the money to her, and then she now used her ATM card to cash the money. As soon as that money was transferred, because the woman was using another person's phone, hacking into another person's account and used the phone to transfer the money to this woman who now pulled it out, that woman became a recipient of a stolen money. And the police used the transaction to trace her and arrested her. So, if you watch that video, you see that the tyranny of urgency was effectively acted out here. And we need to watch out for all of that and not succumb to them. Okay. Now, let me recount some common recent scams that are there. They are emerging. This is worldwide. And Nigeria is such a powerful country, even Africa. Once it starts happening in New York, before it is noon, it's already happening in Johannesburg, in Abuja or Lagos. Those days we have a saying that once you see it in New York, in exactly 1 hour is in Lagos. So as these things are happening maybe outside Nigeria, and there are some Nigerian or African examples, know that they can also happen right where you are, or they are happening right now where you are. So here are some recent ones to kind of bring you up to date to see some of the things that usually happen. One of them is safety measures turned malicious. Now, this person will come and send you a link, send you a message, present something that shows, oh, this is a new security feature that we are putting, something to help you access this. And then they can send these phishing messages. It's called phishing messages, spells PHISHING. They send these messages through email. They can come through text, including WhatsApp. They can also be voice messages, like in normal phone calls. So what they're trying to do is they will now impersonate maybe your IT department official, or your director, or someone who, when they speak to you, when they know that if that person speaks to you, you are bound to take actions on what they are saying. They will impersonate such persons, and then uh, now walk you into clicking on something they've sent. They will send that thing in the name of that person, and then say, "Oh, I've just sent you this. Can you click on it so that you give me a response?" Of course, once you click on that thing, you have no chance for response, because immediately you click it, it will simply open a malicious file, and then that file usually disguised as a safe document. As soon as you click it, they will take over your system. They can take over your phone and read all the encryptions and security details there, even including if you saved your BVN and other things on your phone, they can find it. The same with your computers. So when you receive such information, these days, following COVID-19, they will send you receive a message that purports to have come from a representative of the World Health Organization, sending you out warnings on COVID-19 issues. And then if you go and click on the link they gave, purporting it to have come from the World Health Organization, it happens instantly. And that has happened to many people. and people have lost access to their power, to the information in their system, both secret and open and confidential. They are lost into these hoodlums who have used them to cause harm to them. Another thing that have recently happened is internal organization alert. This is a phishing attack that takes a corporate approach by impersonating the company's director, your boss, like I mentioned earlier, or your IT department. As soon as they will tell you, click on this so that you can prevent this from happening, or click on this for social information, because they are using people that you believe in. You go and click, they take over your system. The other one that has happened that came from COVID-19 is new cases in your area. They can send you a message purporting it to have come from your country's Center for Disease Control, and then they will say, "Oh, there's a lot of the coronavirus infections in your area or in this location this week. Please click to read, find more details." When you click, they take over your system. So the there are more cases. There's even the one of donation scam. They can say that, oh, the Nigerian Center for Disease Control is looking for resources, looking for donors to help to bring uh, services closer to the people, to help the poor, and then they ask for donations. And you think any donation you make there is going to a government agency, and it is not. And then there's the fake product scam. There's even the non-availability product scam, like we shared in the earlier one. There's also technical support scam. This one, this attack relies upon everyone working remotely and would initiate from a phone call, web address, or email, and induces you to open malicious attachment or connect to a remote support site to address a purported virus. They can tell you, oh, there's a virus that is raging. Please connect with me right now. Let me help stop it. Purporting to be people from your organization and presenting you with a technical support. All they need is to just have you click on those links, and you've lost it. Now, the major antidote to these things, and then this time we will take time to discuss areas to focus on to protect yourself, family, and organization from cyber criminals. So before we take those in details, we'd like to express gratitude to our viewers and ask them to please leave comments, leave questions. Let's know if what we are communicating is helping you to have more understanding and on these issues that are pulling through these perilous times. So, one of the key ways to um, secure your family and yourself and organization from cyber criminals is education. Remember, we created the Personal and Family Security and Safety Program first and foremost because we believe that the security problem of the world cannot get better, but each person can become smarter through security awareness education. So that you can see where we are coming from. So education is key. This should be at the top of your list of defensive mechanics against cyber attack. Make sure your employees, make sure your family, make sure yourself have know how to spot a potential malicious attempt to scam you. For example, tyranny of urgency, it's too good to be true, strategies asking you to bypass security measures already established by your organization or your family. So that knowledge, you have to know how to spot malicious attempt to scam you. Education, that is what we are providing here. You employees, your family, tell them not to ever open any unfamiliar emails or click on unknown links or open to or download unsolicited attachments or provide personal information to anyone asking for it. So you receive a link, an attachment, do not touch them unless you know where they are coming from. In fact, even if you know the name of the person who sent it, if you have not asked for that link, it will be wise to call the person to speak to you and confirm that the link they are sent to you is acceptable, is genuine, and will not cause problem. So number one, on how to stop yourself from being destroyed, robbed, and embarrassed by these cyber criminals is to get educated, get to know. Join us every Saturday, we are on at 11 a.m. GMT plus 1 on the Personal and Family Security and Safety Program on African Townhall Online Television to create this awareness. It's a continuing effort. Then number two, antivirus software and firewalls. Make sure you are updated to the latest versions. Adding a managed service option ensures that your networks are continually monitored 24/7 for attempted breaches, including the latest virus strains. Once an attempted breach is detected, your provider will take action to block the breach and then provide robust reporting on activities occurring on your website. And then managed services will also automatically update your software as the latest versions and patches become available. Taking the burden off you and your IT department. So at this point, this is where you can hire consultants like us, where we can provide you this backup. It is okay for your IT department to do everything they can in cybersecurity, but an external service provider is always very useful as a backup. And I recommend that very clearly, not just because I can be that person, but because that is what will really help you to stay safe. And then try to update your antivirus softwares and firewalls. I remember losing a laptop, a computer that I've owned a lot of computers in my life. I always like to buy one every time. So this one, brand new desktop, that then laptop wasn't very popular here, or maybe it was too expensive for people like me to consider. Now, this computer that I bought, the day I connected it to the internet was the same day that I lost it. Reason? There was no antivirus in the phone, not to talk of in the computer, not to talk of firewalls. So your Android phones, your iPhones come with protection. Your computer has some protection, but you need, because they're updating these things every day, you need to get the updated one and be ready to use it. Now, the other thing you can do to keep yourself safe is secure access to your networks. Ensure that all employees are using a secure virtual network, VPN, to access the network. A VPN lets you increase security of your web sessions, transmitted data, financial transactions, and personal information online. When you use a VPN, it shields you from, it kind of puts you inside a small gateway that is sealed up, where attackers, when they're attacking, they will never see you because you're sealed up. So this is very necessary for everyone to do now. Okay, and the last point here is secure sign-in. Enforce a two-factor authentication on all your email accounts and any other systems in which it is supposed to be. So make sure you work and improve your security by deploying two-factor authentication on your phones, on your laptop. That is very important. This is what will support you from being safe from cyber security. Okay, I expect that you may have questions. We will look at those questions now. Meanwhile, if this is your first time for coming upon our channels on the YouTube and Facebook, please follow and subscribe. Like, share, ask questions. And if you also would like to get further training for yourself, your family, and your staff on cybersecurity defense mechanics, do not hesitate to contact me. If you contact us, we'll be able to package this for you and present it in a cost-effective way that will encourage your staff. And if you would like to inspire your security guards to operate like security officers, to raise their bar, to raise the standard at which they're operating, please get in touch with us, because we have a training material that is so special that it teaches your normal security guard to start operating at a performance higher than security guards. We have these trainings and we'll be able to provide them to you. Thank you very much for viewing and being with us today on this very important broadcast. This is the first edition in our new series where we now start, where our programs will be regular. So join us again at 11 a.m. on Saturday and find out one more thing that is going on in security that can help you stay more secure than you are at the present time. Do have a blessed day. Thank you.